really motivates you every time you go out filming? Or
Music.
Music?
Mm-hmm.
So
music is my number one motivator. For sure. 1,000%.
Just the way it
moves me.
The way it moves you,
Mm-hmm.
the way you can film. So it affects the way you film.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
The way the music's going.
Yeah, I hate shitty music. And I don't mean that. I mean like my definition of it. It can be reggae or Sinatra or Misfits or the Ramones or whatever. I don't care if it looks cool on a t-shirt. Like if it's good music, it's good music. And like there was this song that came on a soap commercial I heard recently. It was like, I do my hair toss something something. Looking good as hell. That was a cool song. I've heard the fuck out of it since then, so I don't want to use it anymore. But for about 12 seconds, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Then the radio and the TV and marketing.
But
yeah, music is a number one motivator for me. Like, I'll just listen to music on plane, on transit. I'll just jam out to the same song if I'm like, I'll plan a shot out in my head and I'll have the music on and I'm just like, I'll listen to it over and over.
So you just repeat it.
Repeat. Over. And it's like the first time I've heard it every single time because I just listen and think of ideas. And I've written whole scripts down. There's one on my phone right now. I've written whole scripts down where it's like, at this mark, break here because this will be cool. Like, and just totally cool. Tailored to the song. Quentin Tarantino does that.
Does he?
Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I'm like him, but I'm just saying that's who does it.
So, every time I've ever seen you film and all that, you're always by yourself and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever have someone there with you helping, is it too much of a worrying about them?
I like both. I like working by myself. I like working with people. I like working with people that like to work as much as I like to work. Like, I like to joke that I'm the laziest shipman, but like my family's super hardworking, so that's like pretty good. I'll take it for sure. So, like if I can find someone, like if I have to ask a kid or I say kid, it's always like considered. It's always kids who want to break into this thing, and it's not really a bunch of older dudes who do this stuff. So, I say older. I'm 31, but like it's like the range of 17 to 25 is usually the age of dudes who want to film moto.
Okay.
So when you find one who's good, and then you find out they don't want to wake up till 11 a.m., or it's just like, you got to wake them up if it's early. You got to make sure they're going to make their flight on time or something like that. You're just like, I'll just do it myself.
Yeah.
And then if anything's wrong, it's your problem or my problem or whatever.
True. So then you don't have to rely.
But if you pay for the work and it's super good, it's awesome when it pays off.
All right.
It's really cool. So yeah, I like working with people that know what they're doing for sure. And even if they don't, if they're eager to learn and they can really put a dent in my workload by just being there and learning too, that's cool. And I like teaching. So like if I can tell someone's like intaking the information and not just going, yeah, I'll just stop talking if I can tell that's the case. But like, I can tell you want to learn, so it's fun to tell you stuff.
Oh yeah. I'm always wanting to, like right here, we're using your camera.
Yeah.
You film mostly for your job. And you have my two.
These are your cameras? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my new camera. I haven't even used this yet.
Talk about this.
So this is a Z-Cam E2 S6 minus a memory card. But yeah, this is the new thing. I guess you could compare this to like a cinematic camera, but like a prosumer.
Okay.
Call it prosumer friendly. But yeah, I'm happy with it so far.
What made you want to get this? Like, what's different with this than that?
So this camera that we're filming, the wide shot, is what I would call a lazy man's camera. It's just a point and shoot. I know it's 4K and there's extensive settings on it, but that's a really solid broadcast camera that Panasonic makes. And this is probably more geared toward a cinematic look, something for storytelling and a run and gun camera, which is something that you can just, just like it sounds like in the West, I guess they would just run and pull a gun out and be good to go out of their holster. Yeah. And this camera is like kind of that way. Once it's set up, you can just grab it and hit record. Huh. So, but it is kind of a setup. This one it's ready to go.
I got you.
So, but two completely different looks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Whichever one you would go with is best looking.
This one.
This one.
Yeah, I love the way that looks. Very cool. Z-Cam's still putting out. I think they just do them in batches, so I had to pre-order that. Waited 3 months for it. So I know, right? Exciting. I'm ready to use it on Tuesday.
Yeah,
dude, I'm so pumped.
What are you filming again?
For the Out in the Hills with the No Namer dudes.
Okay.
These guys that build these. Have you seen those? They build. They just go out in the hills and take shovels and build jumps by hand, and they're like 3 stories tall, and there's no serious, like, they build them up against like mountains pretty much, and they just jump dirt bikes on them. So that's what we're gonna go film with that Tuesday.
It's not everyone's cup of tea. In 30-mile-an-hour winds, a dry foundation without an automated irrigation system, it's building and watering. More shoveling, packing, watering, more packing.